Moisky ready to get this semi-final underway. Aurora Grandis, the world number 46 on the right, starts with an aggressive approach against teammate Carlotta FERRARI. No mucking around here. These two going straight at each other now. We're going to see a lot of this attack into preparation from the Italians. FERRARI had the right of way there, but didn't do anything with it. And that's a parry riposte. So, if you're new to the sport of fencing and foil in particular, let me tell you a little bit about how it works. Target area is that silver jacket, so it's everything apart from the arms, legs and head, including the bottom of the bib of the mask. The referee is there to decide who has the right of way. It's called a weapon of convention foil, like sabre. The right of way basically means you have the attack. It's your turn to attack. If you're being attacked, you've got three options. Get hit, you don't want to do that. So you want to do one of the other two things, which is run away, make your opponent miss using your feet, or block with your blade, and that's called a parry. If you do either of those two things, it's your turn to attack, and then your opponent has the same three options. And here is a copy of the last hit, a parry riposte going off target. So it's a game of turns, and the referee's there to decide who has the right of way. And there is an attack from the right. So this is where it gets slightly complicated, because priority gets thrown out the window. If you miss on your attack, your opponent can then hit you on a counter-attack, and that's just what FERRARI did there. Closed the distance up, made Grandis miss and hit with her own counter-attack. Off-target lights are also important, because if you have the right of way and you hit off-target, your opponent can't score a hit. Fight stops and then resumes from where that off-target light came up. White lights off-target, coloured lights good. So picking up the blade there, attack au fer, attack off the steel. So just stepping forwards there, FERRARI didn't instigate an attack, and it was given as an attack from the right into preparation. FERRARI's called for a video appeal here. They get 2 appeals per match, the fencers. If they get the decision going in their favour, they keep their appeal. If not, they lose it. So she beats the blade, gets the right of way, but FERRARI then steps backwards, and critically, that allows for the priority to switch over. They do have a good look at this, though, but it was a beat, a step back, and then she did nothing with it. I think the referee's going to stick with this decision here. And he does. So there's the off-target light. There's an attack from the right, so no hit can be scored. Another attack from the right, and that is on target. Just checking that the top of the mask registers off target. Just clips the bib. No real surprise to see Italians at the latter stages of the foil competition. It's unfortunate for them that they've ended up in the same half of the draw, so they both can't get to the gold medal match. And this time, FERRARI levels things up with a parry riposte.
Okay. Prêt, allez.
Again, another power riposte. The attack is coming from the right, but Ferrari steals the right of way with that beat and then has the right of way. On this occasion, she hit on the top of the arm, so no point given. And we see hair being tucked away as it must be. It mustn't cover the target. Oh, very well constructed hit there. Great discipline. Feinting to the body, so fake to the body, and then going over the top to hit on the shoulder. Now, whoever makes it through, it'll be interesting to see who they have to fence in the gold medal match, because there's no doubt that these two are quite prepared to go after each other. And of course, they know each other so well that no one's been able to get more than a point ahead, and now Ferrari closes the gap up again. Using a feet that time. Make miss, it's called. You basically step away from the attack there, and then you get the right of way, and you punch your point into the target. Definitely Ferrari trying to construct something off Grandis's attack. She's trying to lure into finishing her attack. The problem is, Grandis is looking at where Ferrari's throwing her parries, and has on more than one occasion been able to find a way through with the attack, like she did then. Finely poised match here, and they're fencing at exceptionally close distance. And that means that, yes, you give yourself an opportunity to get your opponent at all times, but you're also at huge risk there. And for the first time in the match, Grandis has a 2-point lead. So time's going to run out in this first period, and a thrilling period it's been. Grandis leading by 7 points to 5 over her Italian teammate. Often in women's foil, passivity comes into play. It's part of the game. But here, there's been no question of passivity, because these two were prepared to go after each other. It started with Grandis coming off the line straight away right at the beginning of the fight. And I think that just flicked the switch in Ferrari's head, and she said, right, well, I'm going to go after you. Grandis setting the pace here in the match right at the beginning, does have the lead as well. And these two fencers are absolutely brilliant. It takes an awful lot. That is that last hit going to a 2-hit lead there for Grandis. It takes an awful lot to make it onto the Italian senior squad, and these two have both done just that. 8th place finish at the World Cup in Cairo, the Senior World Cup in Cairo in March for Grandis. 8th place finish at the Vancouver World Cup in May for Ferrari. 8th place in a Senior World Cup is jolly tough. Making the Italian team arguably is harder. And they've done it at senior level. You're watching two of the world's very best fencers here at the University Games.
Okay. Ready, allez. Attaque passe, contre-attaque de droite.
Yeah, so Referee Moiski calling the attack from the left here, so it's the further fencer that's got the right of way. She beats the blade, establishes the right of way, goes on the attack, but misses. Counter-attack going for Grandis for a 3-point lead now. And look, they have not turned down the gas here, have they? They have not turned down the gas at all. And a second video call from Ferrari. My instinct there said that Grandis missed her first attack, so Ferrari may well get this one. My instinct says that Grandis went for an attack, she didn't land it, and then just immediately went after it again. But in the middle of those two attacks, Ferrari has the right of way. We'll get to see it here. Sticks with his decision. Ferrari is out of video appeals now. 4 in a row for Grandis, and she's starting to exert her authority on the match. And she's not relenting in the aggressive nature of her approach either. There is an awful lot of great Italian women's foilists, and you can see some of it here in Grandis. Ariana Errigo. Tina Vazzali. She was a little bit more defensive, to be fair, Vazzali. Martina Battini. Elisa Di Franceschi. You can see that in both of these fencers. Very, very much Italian style of this low footwork, knees bent nicely. Body leaning forward, hand out, elbow away from body. So 2 beats of the blade there, and this time it's Grandis calling for the replay. Grandis felt that she did a beat attack. She beat her opponent's blade, got the right of way and attacked. And the referee and Ferrari saying that she did there's the beat, but a beat back. And yeah, sometimes when both fencers go for the blade at the same time, it's really difficult. The rule of thumb is that the referee should reward the attacking fencer if the beats are of equal measure. If the defensive beat is stronger, it will win. What's Moiski going to come back with? He has changed it. And he's stuck, he's kept with Grandis's decision. She keeps her 2 video appeals. Good call from Grandis, a 6-point lead now. Final action from the right-hand side, even though Ferrari hit way ahead of her opponent. The final beat is from Grandis right there, the big flick over the shoulder. Circular C's para riposte. I'm not quite sure why Ferrari was challenging that. It was very clear. Another one that goes across the mask, but it was the length of the blade rather than the tip that went in. So a first point after 7 unanswered points from Grandis. Now Ferrari trying to get on the front foot, trying to be aggressive. Grandis with... Referee decided to go have a look at this. Grandis with the advantage on the scoreboard. He's quite happy to just sit back for a little bit. Now, there's a little jump from Grandis. She doesn't get the right of way at that point, and I can see why Jaroslav Moiski's gone to the video to talk with the video referee, Mesh Herskov, because did Ferrari react quick enough after that little jump to steal the right of way? She does. First little error from Grandis in terms of execution. Not bad, given that both of them, or between them, they've scored 19 hits. Yeah, beat of the blade, and it's another call for a video review. So both Grandis's video appeals have come off the back of beat, and you can see pretty much everything here. It's all about whether the right-of-way was maintained. Grandis, no doubt, got the beat. She got the right-of-way, but did she use it? She did not. So she got the beat. She then waved her hand around, and then attack goes to the left. She's just now checking how many video appeals she has left. I believe she's got one, Grandis, and Ferrari has none. So another failed attack. That's the second one of the match for Ferrari. She had the right of way, but she missed her opponent's target. And if you look at Grandis, so this is a great view, she just turns her back shoulder a tiny bit, and that moves her body out of the way of the oncoming point from her opponent. So finishing with your back shoulder behind your front shoulder makes your target area almost vanish. First action in close quarters in this match, which is a bit of a surprise, seeing as they've been going after each other. And it's Grandis with the quicker reaction and that elbow coming right back, showing her agility. Oh, that was close, just off target. With the right of way, Grandis still one away from making it through. We'll change the line there. Clever fencing from Grandis. Added another step into the attack, but still came up off target. Ferrari making her work for her last hit. You've got to expect is coming soon. Attack from the left, though. I've said it before, and I'm bound to say it again. Never, ever, even 14-9, never right. An Italian fencer off. Final attack goes through, but it's off target on the leg this time. And they are both puffing hard here. They have had to do an awful lot of work today. And now Grandis just holding a back leg here. Looks like it's hip rather than groin that's causing the problem. She can be bandaged up. Caught groin injuries? Don't work in fencing. Certainly doesn't look like a groin injury, though. Beat attack. Now, does she keep it? She doesn't. It's given us parry riposte to the left. I felt there was a beat from Grandis, but she looked like she had a bit of an extra movement. We're going to see it here. So there's the beat. One, and is it two actions? It felt in real time to me like the first action from the fencer closest to us didn't land. There's the beat, stops there, and then she goes again with her arm. I think the referee's called this spot on. He's given it to Ferrari. Yeah, quite right. Ferrari into double figures. That can boost one's confidence. Still 4 behind. Loads of time, though, because we've got another 3-minute period to come. Grandis doesn't want that, though. She's going after this to try and finish it off now, but that's another parry riposte for Ferrari. She's finally got her engine purring. Well, they do elect to see out time in the second period, and the momentum has ever so slightly shifted towards Ferrari. She's closed the gap up to just 3 points. At one point, I believe it was at least 6 points that Grandis had a lead, but Ferrari has not given up. Well, we see with all the top nations as we get a beautiful overhead of the two fences clinging the near side of the piece. And you see how much the weapons stay in line with the target. How sleek and slender they keep their target areas. But the top nations in the world, Italy, France, Korea, USA, often find themselves in this situation where 2 or maybe even more of their fencers are into the medal rounds, going up against each other, enemies on the piece, but then having to come together as friends and teammates when the team competition starts in just 2 days' time. These two are likely to be lined up together. What a formidable duo they'll be. And teams have 3 in them. So the Italians, I mean, most of the time at women's foil competitions are the team to beat, and I'm pretty sure they'll be here. Third and final period. Carlotta Ferrari was stuck in the garage in the first period, but she's managed to get out and she's up and running. She still trails by 3, can't afford any accidents. And that is it. Grandis set the pace at the start of this match. Ferrari struggled to climb up through the gears and in the end just wasn't at the races. Aurora Grandis makes it through to the women's foil final here at Rhein-Ruhr 2025. Brilliant stuff from Grandis, and she's going to be full of attacking verve in the final, finishing things off with a simple beat cart direct hit for those in the know and the vernacular of fencing. Oh, Grandis has made it into the final. Who is going to follow her there? Coming up next, the second women's semi-final in the foil competition. And here we see how the match built. 7 hits scored in the first 2 periods for Grandis, opening up a 3-point lead. There was a feel that Ferrari was getting back into the match towards the end of the second period, but Grandis finished the job off early in the third. And there's no doubt